By the year 2021, Forbes has estimated that there will be $6 trillion in damages due to cybersecurity incidences. I have been studying this for the past 3 years at a university level. I have had experiences with instructors that have been head of their IT department in financial institutions such as Charles Schwab. I've also had instructors where they've worked for the government agency NSA. We all know how profound this agency is. Through their experiences, they've been able to bring it to the classroom and give students the opportunity to learn how these risks evolve and what different ones that are majors in the news, how they work. We run into risks every day, ranging from phone calls to our online presence. Not only is this a personal issue, but is also on a government, small or large business. In this speech, there will be information presented along with real world and current issues which embody cybersecurity, displaying their successes and failures. As I had mentioned, successes, for instance, Cisco, they have done an incredible job at ensuring our security in regard to our online presence. Many businesses have been able to remain secure through their products. As stated by a Cisco engineer named Roberts, they have blocked over 25 million threats in one day. For instance, an Internet of Things device, it takes less than 5 minutes to hack one of these. These devices are things such as Google Home, Alexa, thermostats or garage openers, those sorts of devices that are connected to our internet. And this is all based on a study from the University of Maryland. This map is a map of the United States, which has dots all over the place in regards to which area has experienced an intrusion from a Chinese hacker. Those dots represent over 600 successful attacks. And these range from large businesses to even our own government entities, such as the Pentagon. As mentioned, these are just successful. This doesn't even show the unsuccessful or different countries that have attempted to do these different sorts of attacks. 95% of cybersecurity breaches are caused by human error, according to a cybersecurity educational company founded by ex-military members, which they should know pretty much the best out of anybody since they've dealt with foreign and domestic attacks. These staggering facts should enlighten everyone sitting in the audience today on what these different cyber attacks mean truly. There are many successful events a day of blocking attacks, even along with the breaches. 70% of companies do not have an incident response plan in place. For instance, we can see that with Regis University. They had a ransomware attack where the system was locked down and they were demanding a certain amount of money, which unfortunately had to be paid. If a company abides by all the National Institute of Technology, by our commerce, that's all that matters, right? People such as you and me can be a part of this crucial situation presented to us. As mentioned earlier, people are part of the solution for helping reduce these staggering statistics, which leads me to my next point. Something needs to be done about these cyber security breaches in today's world. It is only ever growing through our technology, and it has been implemented in every aspect that we can imagine. As mentioned earlier, 60% of companies have experienced some sort of breach. A study performed by the same cybersecurity educational company, this is part of their staggering statistic. This is a very large percentage of companies that have experienced this issue to some degree. They range from multi-million dollar companies to small companies. For instance, back in 2017, it was a ransomware called WannaCry. What is ransomware? Well, ransomware is a program that is used to steal information and then lock the system down, demanding a certain amount of money by the attacker, hence the word ransom in the name. Different multi-million dollar companies, for instance, are things such as Target, Equifax, and even our own government. As mentioned earlier, 95% of this is people, which is due to human error. And the way to do that is to take these solutions into our own hands. For instance, as you saw on the slide, hardware, which we need to learn how these different types of hardware can be used and implemented to help us keep everything secure. Also, updates. As we can see, we all know Windows has plenty of updates. These are annoying but essential since they have found loopholes in their system and they implement fixes so these can't be exploited by hackers. But my main point that I want to hit home is the education phase. We can all be a part of the solution by simply educating ourselves through many different various resources that are provided to us, and many of them free. For instance, our own Homeland of Security Department offers many classes online ranging from different levels of beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And the best part is they're all free. They even offer an in-person option, but it's only in a certain area in the Midwest. So, for instance, people that live on the West Coast, such as California, they can do this online, and the best part is for free. So, there's no excuse in why we can't take it upon ourselves to get educated. There are also other sources such as Cyberny. They have over 500 free online courses, same thing ranging in different difficulties. Also, there is, if you want more of a instructor-led kind of course and being able to ask questions and interact, there is a website called Udemy. This is ranges, as I said, different classes as the other sources, but for as low as $20. And with this, you can interact with the instructor, students, and be able to get real-time answers. And the best part is all these are free, so there's no excuse why we can't get educated ourselves. With these staggering statistics mentioned, it should be a priority for everybody to act. It is essential to better familiarize the risks that we face every day. With your help, everyone in the world, we can drastically reduce cyber crimes. It is not only for our information, but for our livelihood, since since electronics and different types of technology are exponentially growing. As Stephen Napo, an IT consultant for over 20 years that has a great reputation with over 80 different multi-million dollar companies, he'd simply put it, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and only a few minutes of cyber attacks to destroy it. Thank you.